Oh, hello. I'm Trevor, and today is day 6 of 12 Days of Anime. And today, I will be reviewing The Boy and the Beast. Now, The Boy and the Beast, it's like, as Pop would say, it's about a boy and about a beast. Now, let's just say that this beast wanted a student to teach martial arts. And so happens he finds an orphan boy. Happens lost his mother recently in the story. So he's like, hey, I want you to be my student. So what do you say? And you know, the boy was just like, I just lost my mother. So, you're a stranger? Nah. But he follows him anyway, like every other anime you should do. Like, when you follow a stranger, you say no to being a student. But anyways, as we delve into this story, we find ourselves in this other world full of beasts. And this majority of this world is going to be taking place in a city called Juntei-gai. And basically, in this story, there's this feud, well, not like really a feud, but more of like, who's going to be the next lord of this city. And so happens that the beast and this other beast, who happens to be like the two masters in this city, and try their best out into a little fight later on, who can be the next lord of this city. Now, the characters. The characters is really, they're really similar in some ways, but have many, many differences. I'm going to start with the boy, and the boy's name is Kyuta, or in the real world, his name is Ren. But don't get that confused, just call him Kyuta, because that's what the majority of the story is what's going to be, calling him, because of the beast, always call him that. The main beast of this is Kumatetsu. Kumatetsu is a great character in some ways. He is stubborn, and so is the boy. So, them being a student and a master relationship, also developing into a father and son relationship, they tend to butt heads constantly with each other. So, you get this feeling of, okay, I gotta teach you somehow, even though we have so much hatred somewhat together, and just like, we're gonna have to see how this works. And there's another problem on the other side, that Kumatetsu never had a student in his life. So this is quite a challenge for him just to even do this. And the other beast, I would say, is, I have to remember his name a little bit, forgive me, Myozen. Now Myozen, he's that very proper and professional teacher, unlike Kumatetsu, where he's very, very obnoxious in some ways, and let's not mention him being a slob, but Myozen's a very looked upon master in this entire city. Everybody wants to be taught by him. And so, now, basically, Kumatetsu is just trying to prove himself that he is a great master, and hoping that he doesn't have to live in Myozen's shadow. For the art style of this, it gives a very 1980s shonen vibe. But, you know, with your modern aspects of the art style and animation, it's really well done. You can tell it has a big budget for what it was. And really, there's not a lot of action to it. Don't expect this, you know, oh, it is a shonen, but don't expect too much action to it. It's really more of the character development of how this relationship between the boy and the beast just dwell further and further. And it really gets you into it without the action to it. And I can rate this as possibly as a solid 8. Not a 9, not a 10. There's some points where it does lag in some scenes. So don't expect that it's going to be very rushed or somewhat time-based into it. But it's a pretty good length to it. About a 2-hour-long movie. So, yeah. And there's one other thing I have to mention, and it's, okay. The scenery. Now, the scenery, it doesn't really tell you about the world. It just shows you this whole world. You don't have to have any explanation of how this world looks like or what is this world about. I mean, it just shows you there's just beasts in this other world that looks very feudal Japan type of aspect to it. So really, it just shows you all around the town, and maybe some other towns that you only just thought of this one town. No, there's multiple towns in this world that are very different and really eye-catching, really. The human world is very bland, really. I mean, they have this like one little scene where it's like it looks in the cameras. I thought it was kind of cool where it goes through the traffic cams, but really it was unnecessary. I don't know why they would do that, but it doesn't really show you much of the world because, I mean, hell, we already know what this world is, and really it just shows you the other world more, the one that you want to know more about. If you want that more of that relationship feel of a master and a student, but have some of that action too, but see more of that world, I recommend this as a good watch. I'm Trevor, and I'll see you the next day. Bye, everybody.
No, you won't.
Not tomorrow. You're like, this is 5 days from now.
Yeah. And the next day is what he said.